Harold's back with us. All right, best deal so far turned in by who?
Blue Jays. When you get Cole, when you end up getting David Price, Tulo, and LaTroy Hawkins, that's hard to top. I don't think anybody tops that right now.
The oddest trade was turned in by who?
It might be Texas, but we're starting to see this trend with Cole Hamels' contract being what it is. You say, hey, if we can make a run this year, great, but you're never going to find this later. And I think that's what we might see today with Kimbrel sitting out there. It's not necessarily going to be a guy that goes to a team that's contending right now. It might be his contract's great. You're never going to find this arm. Okay, we'll bag 15, but 16 moving forward, we got him. So we may see that happen.
The Dodgers deal. I mean, you already have Greinke and Kershaw. Now you bring in Latos and Wood. I mean, how good is this rotation right now?
We were talking about this yesterday. It's deep. I like the fact that Latos, but I don't know if it's better than the rotation last year with Ryu in it. So we'll see how this ends up. But the Dodgers have still got a lot of moving parts, a lot of players flying all over the place.
Well, they got the amount of dead money that they have on that roster. I mean, this is something that the Yankees would do. But
yeah, I mean, look at what they did. They get Morris in the deal, right? And they say, you know what? I know he's owed $16 million. We don't need you, but thank you for coming. Take the money. We're going to designate you for assignment. What? So, yeah, they got some money to play with.
What do you expect today?
I think San Diego's going to say that's it. So I think you might you'll see Upton move, Kimbrel moved. The question will be, will they move Ross? Because a lot of people are asking about him. And I don't know what happens. Maybe Matt Kemp gets thrown in there and somebody takes a little dive and hope he gets hot for the last 2 months.
A-Rod at 40, Harold, you have a good relationship with A-Rod. Is this a redemption feel-good story?
It's one of the greatest stories in the game, I mean, I talk to him all the time. I think he's superstitious because every time he hits a homer, he calls me. And I think that's what it is.
What do you talk about?
Tight, but I think it's a superstitious thing now.
What do you talk about?
A number of things, just how crazy his year has been. We both sit back and go, can you believe this? That you're doing what you're doing, but also people are talking about you like positive instead of negative? But it's funny. I don't know, man. He's hitting so many home runs. It's kind of like, hey, man, quit hitting the ball at the park. You're going to have people asking questions again.
Do you question it?
Well, I think everybody has to. I hope he's doing everything right, and we've talked about it, and hopefully he's clean. He says he is, and I got to try to hope that he is. I mean, but you're always going to have that reservation. I mean, I think that's natural at this point in time.
Can he play 2 more years? Does he have a shot at Bonds' all-time home run record?
You know what? He's got a shot if he stays healthy, but you're still asking a lot. I mean, he may just want to say, you know what? I came out and showed everybody I could do what I did at 19. I feel good about it. I'm gone. Quit while you're on top.
I could see that, but then there's also he's having fun. And
he's not quitting. I'm just saying.
Oh, so he's well, is he going to be playing for the Yankees though? Because he could still play.
Well, he's their best player right now. So, yeah. I mean, if he continues to do this, that's what makes this story so amazing. I know Teixeira's having an unbelievable season. He's bounced back. But the Yankees are not in this thing if Alex isn't doing what he's doing. They're just not.
Age 40.
Unreal.
I know. And sometimes it's like Bonds was so good, HR, that if he had hit 50 home runs instead of 73, we probably wouldn't have been as suspicious as we were. But he was just, these guys get too good, and then they don't realize that everybody's noticing just how good they are. A-Rod's been too good.
Yeah, that's the sad part of not just, the whole deal with Alex, but the whole deal with baseball. We've got to a point where we have to question everybody, and that's sad when guys are doing amazing things and putting numbers up. You still have that little reservation inside you. You know, and Alex, I guess the sad thing is, you know, you look at 19 to 40, and it's just the bad decisions he made along the way. And I mean, really, you don't get 3,000 hits just because you might have taken some help along the way. He's a phenomenal hitter, maybe one of the greatest hitters we've ever seen. 2,000 RBIs? I mean, but it's sad. It really is. He made some wrong decisions along the way.
Okay, but this is what people always say to me. If he can do this at 40, why was he using something earlier in his career?
I have no idea. I will get to the bottom of that question at some point. I will.
Before I let you go, I talked about this yesterday with Wilmer Flores. He was crying on the baseball field. And, of course, Tom Hanks had the famous line and that there's no crying in baseball. Have you ever cried in baseball?
Oh, yeah. But I was like 16 when we got knocked out of the regional.
Oh, so never in the major leagues?
Not in the major leagues. Not. I don't think on the field. I'm sure I've cried, but not on the field. But here's the thing. I want to defend him for a second. This guy knows nothing but Mets baseball. They signed him at 16 years old on his 16th birthday, and he's done nothing but play baseball for the Mets. And I remember when I was going to be a free agent, and I ended up leaving Seattle, the only organization I knew, and I'd been in the big leagues 12 years, and I felt like crying. I wasn't crying on the field, but I can kind of see the emotions. That was hopefully something we'll never see again, but that's what we're going to experience in the social media day that we're in.
Yeah. Imagine if he had eye black on, his mascara would have been running.
It'd been running, no doubt.
So no pitcher made you cry, right?
No, I mean, you know what? I mean, on the field, Roger Clemens hit me one time. I think I had a couple tears squeezed out the side. And it wasn't because of emotionally strained. It was because I was hurting. I was crying. That hurt.
Did Clemens say he was sorry?
No, he looked at me like, get on first base. And I wasn't going to do nothing but walk down there. All right. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to go to first base.
Hey, I couldn't lift my arm for 2 innings. I'm serious. He hit me in the right spot, and it hurt. And yes, I felt like crying.
But he didn't do it on purpose. It's not like
it was intentional. There's no doubt about it.
Why was he hitting you?
Here's what happened. I get announced that I'm going to the All-Star game, right?
Yeah.
Crowd's giving me an ovation. I tip my cap. All right, thank you. I get back in the box. He drilled me. I guarantee you it was because I stole his moment.
Have fun today. Thank you, HR.
All right, buddy. Thank you. Talk to you soon.
All right, Harold Reynolds, Major League Baseball Network. Trade deadline coverage begins this morning at 10 a.m. Eastern.